I start with an injury update from you, given perhaps that Arsenal could have the same starting 11, I think, for the 6th time if they do. Is there maybe an envious glance when you look at how...
I cannot do that. I cannot do that because I have forgotten last week a few names, so I took my paper with me so I can inform you. Rafa da Silva has come back, but cannot play. Shaw cannot play. Evans is a question mark. Rooney cannot play, and Carrick cannot play. And Pereira is in Brazil. Pereira is also a member of our selection, but he is invited for the under 20, I think.
So all the others okay?
I hope so, because we have to train still tomorrow, so it can change still.
So given the list of injuries that you set down, and with Wayne being out as well, and if you look at how relatively injury-free Arsenal are, do you maybe cast a slightly envious glance on how they've managed to do that at this part of the season?
Yes, but I believe we did it in the second part of the season also good. Only, yeah, you cannot avoid injuries like Wayne Rooney and Luke Shaw. You cannot avoid that. Football is with physical resistance, and it is also a little bit luck, and you are unlucky maybe. So about the second part of the season, I'm satisfied, and we have had in the first part of the season an average of 10 injuries a week, and I could never line up the same. So I'm happy with that now.
Edward Wood said yesterday that he was delighted with the job that you've done so far this season. Are you satisfied rather than delighted because you're used to winning things?
Yes. Did you surprise that then? That he is satisfied?
No, I think you said, he was delighted. I'm asking if you're satisfied because I think you're used to winning things.
Yeah, but maybe you remember our first press conferences. We have sat together, I with the board or the board with me, the goal. And the goal was in the first 4 positions. And we have reached that already 2 games before the end of the season. So it's not bad, I think.
But you'll be delighted perhaps next season, what I'm trying to say. Maybe have a squad that wins something.
Yeah, but it's also dependable how we can make a balance in our selection. I have said the most important thing to make a balance in our selection, because it is not good that I have to change positions of players because there are players injured, and we have to bring that balance back in the selection, and that was not this year. And I hope because transfers is also a process. It's not okay, I want you and he comes. There are always 3 parties: the player, the club, and ourselves. So it is not so easy.
So could that balance involve either Harry Kane or Gareth Bale?
Yeah, you can mention a lot of names. I've seen that I buy everyone in the world, but it is not like that.
When you're coming to the end of your first season in English football, when you look back, is there anything that you would do differently? Did you make any mistakes at the start, or is there anything you would change to try and improve how it turned out?
You have to take decisions at the moment. And when you take the decisions and you see it at that moment, then you cannot make mistakes, because you are convinced in that particular moment of your decision. And it is it's always in talkings with your staff and also with your players. And you have to see all the decisions in the time that you made the decisions. And of course, there are decisions that maybe after the match was not so lucky, but it cannot be always good.
And Ed said yesterday that he expects the club to challenge on all fronts next year. Clearly,
It's easy to say that for him.
well, obviously, but it looks as though you will be back in the Champions League next season. So would you agree with that? Would you expect Manchester United to be challenging for everything?
Is dependable of the balance of our selection next year, and that is this year still not, and we have to do that, and that's not so easy. Believe me, that's not so easy. I go more for the balance than for the individual player.
Okay, last question.
Luke Shaw, you say, is injured again. The under-21 squad is announced next Wednesday for the European Championships. Would you like to see him go because he has had a lot of injuries?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because when he is not playing for Manchester, he cannot play for other teams neither.
That extends to the summer as well.
Yes,
Okay, can we move
because he needs that rest, I think, because he overcrossed his limits, and that's why. And he's 19 years old. What can you expect? So we have to protect him, and I hope that the coach of under 21 is understandable for that reason.